G'day race fans, Speedy Dan here from Speedy Dan's Motorsport Previews and Reviews. Our first race on the calendar that we are going to review is the 2019 Liqui Moly Bathurst 12-hour in Mount Panorama, New South Wales, Australia. It is part of the 2019 Intercontinental GT Series, which is also part of the Blancpain GT Series in Europe. The championship will consist of 5 races. At Bathurst is the first, Laguna Seca is the second, Spa-Francorchamps Belgium is the third, Suzuka fourth, and Kalami in South Africa. Now, the Bathurst event is going to see 5 practice sessions scattered across Friday and Saturday, 4 sessions on Friday, 1 session before qualifying on Saturday. Saturday will have 3 qualifying sessions, one 45-minute qualifying session for all classes, so that is Class A, B, C and Invitation, one 30-minute session just for Class A cars, and a top 10 shootout for the top 10 A class cars. Now, my favourite for pole is going to be the 888 Scott Taylor Motorsport prepared Mercedes AMG with Shane Van Gisbergen, Jamie Whincup and Craig Lowndes. Anyone who knows Australian motorsport will know that the amount of experience that these 3 drivers have and talent that they have around this track will know that they're going to definitely be unbeatable. My guess will be that Jamie Whincup will be the one that will qualify the car. So we can definitely see that car cemented in the top 10 and possibly starting on the front row. Bentley are going to celebrate their 100th anniversary as a manufacturer. So they've brought their new GT Continental car out too, so their 2nd generation car. It's been very promising for them in Blancpain GT with a few good results, but at the same time, they've had a couple of little reliability issues, but they're always strong and pretty reliable here at the mountain. Trofeo Motorsport with their Lamborghini Huracan, they've substituted a driver out, and that is Ryan Millier, because of the new grading system that they have with the drivers. And they have replaced him with a driver named Ben Porter, who has had previous experience in the Dunlop Super 2 series, which is our second V8 supercar series. Thirdly, the biggest ever Mercedes AMG presence is going to be at the mountain this year, with 6 AMGs. All the local, the newer spec cars, no SLSs, will be on the grid this year. Scotty Taylor Motorsport will be preparing 3 of those cars. And there will be a couple of other teams like Craft Bamboo are running one, and another team which the Griffin team, 19 team, sorry, and the Black Falcon under the Black Falcon banner. And lastly, an in-car warning light system is going to be implemented for this race due to the blindness coming across the top of the mountain. If anyone knew from last year, the massive crash that happened on the top of the mountain coming over Solomon Park area, the Mercedes and the Audi that got caught up together, they're putting a new system in there. So what will happen is, if there is a crash anywhere on the track, it is going to come up with a flashing yellow light on the dash to warn drivers that there is a yellow flag out on track, and possibly a safety car will be deployed. The 2018 race was a very interesting one, very close. We had the 37 Audi Sport WRT team from Belgium win the race. They brought 2 cars out. Their second car did not finish, I'm pretty sure, had mechanical failures. And Robin Friends, Stuart Leonard and Dries Vanthor won the race in that car. Neither of the drivers or the team are returning for this race, which is a real shame. The Sun Energy 1 Racing of Kenny Habul, Jamie Whincup, Tristan Vordier and Raffaele Marcello came second, There is a change to that team with Raffaele Marcello going to Group M. In third place was Jerome Bleekmolen, Tim Pappas, Lucas Stolz and Mark Lieb. Lucas Stolz has gone to Craft Bamboo for this year, and the team is still the same apart from Stolz moving. A preview of the 2019 race sees 28 GT3 cars split across Pro, Pro-Am and Am, which is the ranking system where Pro obviously have 3 pro drivers, Pro-Am have 2 pros and 1 amateur, or gentleman drivers they're known as, and Am have 3 Am drivers, gentleman drivers. Over 10 manufacturers are in Class A this year, which is probably the biggest that they've had in a long time. The field size itself is 41 cars, which isn't the biggest field they've had. Last year had 55, which was a full capacity grid. So there's 6 Mercs, 5 Audis, 4 Porsches, 2 Astons, 2 Bentleys, 2 BMWs, 2 Ferraris, 2 Nissans, and 1 McLaren 65S, which is probably the last time we'll see the 65S in a professional GT race. Maybe as a Pro-Am we will, but the new McLaren 7, I think it's a 720S, is coming out, or has come out, and will be debuting this year at different races throughout the calendar. Now, notable drivers that are making an appearance this year, some motorsport fans would know these drivers all too well, but we have Gary Paffett this year driving. He was an ex-Mercedes DTM driver and ex-McLaren Formula 1 test driver. Aussie Matt Campbell, for all of us Aussie fans down here who will be supporting him on, is driving for Earl Bamber Racing in a Porsche as a Porsche factory driver. He's had a lot of success in the last 2 years or so, and we hope he does really well again. Hopefully going for class win, which will be awesome for Matt. 2015 winner from the factory Nissan team, Katsumasa Chiro, is back again in a Nissan GTR. IndyCar and Champ Car superstar Paul Tracy is here. Oliver Jarvis, the ex-Audi DTM driver and Le Mans factory driver in the P1 class. Thomas Jaeger, who was a driver for Erebus in 2013, as you may know. He came first in that race and came second in 2014 with HTP when they came out here. He's a factory Mercedes driver as well. And Martin Tomczyk, who was a 2011 DTM champion and was 11 years as an Audi DTM driver. He now currently drives a BMW in the IMSA Championship over in the United States. Favourites overall, in my opinion, is that the 888 car by far is the favourite, with Jamie Whincup, Craig Lowndes and Shane Van Gisbergen in the Scott Taylor Prepared Motorsport Mercedes. A very close second, I reckon, will be the Christopher Mies, Christopher Haas and Marcus Winkelhock MPC Valvoline Audi R8. And the teammate, I reckon, will be very close to third, which is Kelvin van der Linde, Garth Tander and Versovic in the second Audi R8. Now, apparently I've heard those cars are struggling to get here with being brand new cars. I think they're going to touch down a little later than the other cars that are already here, I'm pretty sure. So there's some underdogs here as well, with the number 77 car of Maro Engel, Lucas Stolz and Gary Paffett in a Porsche. The number 777 Mercedes of Yasser Shahin, David Reynolds and Luke Jordan, which is also another Scotty Taylor prepared car. And the number 42 BMW of Augusta Farfus, Shaz Mostert, which is one of our guys, so another one we want to follow. And BMW driver I just mentioned, Martin Tomczyk, in a BMW M6. In Class B, which is the Carrera Cup sort of Porsche class, there is not a big turnout of them this year. There's only 4 cars entered in that class. And the favourite, by far, in my opinion, is going to be the Grove Racing Porsche of Brenton Grove, Stephen Grove and Ben Barker returning. They have been very dominant in that class in the last few years, and I can easily see them winning if things go their way. In Class C is the GT4 class, and it has expanded a little bit from last year. We have 6 cars in that class, a couple KTM Expos, 2 Ginetta G55s, and only 1 BMW M4 this year. For class honours, it's going to be very tough between the number 13 BMW and the number 48 KTM Expo. And in the 13 car this year is Darren Eric Jorgensen, Brett Strom and Gerard McLeod. In the 48 car we have Justin McMillan, Glenn Wood, Dean Lilly and Peter Major. Last year the car that won that was a BMW M4 of Tony Longhurst, Aaron Seaton and Matthew Brabham, which neither of the car and the drivers are returning. In the Mark class, which is the invitation class, it's only run by Mark cars this year. The Daytona Cooper's not returning, which is a real shame because that has a car that turns heads and a lot of fans liked it back down here, so it's a real shame that car's not here. My opinion for the race and favourite for the race is going to be the number 91 car, which is Keith Kalsilke, Paul Morris and Paul Tracy, which are in the Mark Mustang. Now, for when you cannot be at the track and you want to watch the Bathurst 12-hour live on TV, you can catch coverage on 7 Mate for Australian viewers. They will have 13 hours of live coverage. The top 10 shootout will be on Saturday afternoon around 4 o'clock, and the race will be broadcast from 5:45 a.m. Australian time. International and New Zealand viewers, check your times and on the Bathurst 12-hour website for your viewing times. There is live streaming on the Bathurst 12-hour website. Just type it into Google and go to Streams and TV. You'll find links there. Australian viewers, if you want to watch the race ad break free, because I'm tipping there'll be ads on the 7 Mate channel, you can try the international stream. It may work, it may not work. It worked for me a couple of years ago, so give it a crack, see what happens. And the if you can get to the track, watch it there, take a day off and enjoy it, soak up the 41 cars that are going to be racing around the Bathurst 12-hour. It's going to be a great race, great event, always is. It's packing above its weight. It's almost as good as the actual 1000. Don't get me wrong, if you ever get a chance to go to the 1000, go check it out. Finally, please like and subscribe my channel. There will be a lot more motorsport reviews from this year and some previews. I'll try to get around to as many as I can, particularly V8 Supercars, Formula 1, IndyCar and NASCAR. Thank you again. Check out the race. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, thank you again. Take care.